The Waldo County Sheriff's Office says there is no update to a carbon monoxide leak in Freedom last week that killed 2 people. Last Tuesday, officials were called to a home on Belfast Road. 2 people died and 2 others were hospitalized due to carbon monoxide poisoning. They say the leak came from a severed heat exhaust pipe, and the names of the victims have still not been released. Last May, authorities said they discovered an illegal marijuana grow at the same residence. One local official told us it was suspected the home was being used again for the same purpose.